Greetings, code traders. It is Friday, January 18th, 2019. I've got a long position here, and I've taken this position based upon the prediction I made on the last video that I did that oil would make a big move up. Also, I took a entry based upon one of the first things I taught within my Code 1 course was how to play the European session, and I took an entry based upon that as well. So I am in the trade long, and I've got a fairly large stop on it, 50 ticks right now, and I'm going to ride this up. But here's the the daily. I think it's going to go take off. It's going to go break above this high, and it's going to go long quite a bit. So I'm going to hit like a 300 tick trade today is my plan. Anyway, I will be back to update you. Okay, I think this is it. It's about to go up and make a break here, and then it's going to run. There it goes. There's the break. Let's see how much it wants to run. Okay, looking good on the daily. Sitting up here at the high. Let's see how much it really wants to go up now. If it's going to go up big, like 400 ticks, it's not going to play much of a game. It's just going to pretty much go up. And it looks very, very good. The trade that I had talked about looks to be happening. Now it's just a matter of how many ticks will it be good for. I currently have my exit set for 300 ticks, which is sitting way, 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 way up here. 300 ticks is a lot of ticks. There it is right there at 55.55 on the exit. So obviously it's got a long ways to go. 55.55 is right about here. So it's going to make a big move up to get up there. Seems crazy to go for something like that, but when you know what they do, if you know what they do because you've seen them do it so many times, yeah, you know what kind of exit to put on it. Now 52.09, I'm in at 55, so I'm giving up 46 ticks. So it's got to make it 346 to hit my exit, which is a very good chance that it will do. 350 to 450. Okay, just moving up here, and if this is the trade that I was talking about on the previous video and on this video, then basically it's just getting started. It's just going to keep going up in a big, big way. But we'll see how big today. You know, it may only go up 200 ticks. It is a very good is possible, certainly very possible. May only go up 100 ticks. I mean, you never know. But the big trade, the big 300, 400 tick trade, sets up exactly like this one set up. That's why I gave the heads up on the previous video, because I can see them coming. You know, sometimes I can see them coming, not always. But for you charting subscribers, I think that you would agree that I got them right a good, vast majority of time. Or I would call out that I didn't know. I couldn't say which direction is sitting on the fence, and I was unable to tell. You know, that happens a relatively good amount of time too. But when I can see them, I talk about them. Anyway, it's going to take a long time for it to get way up there, so I will come back. Okay, this thing's continuing to move up pretty good. About 100 ticks here. Actually, I was up a little over 100 ticks right there. But anyway, it's just getting started still. Take a look at the daily. You can see we've broken out, and we're in free territory. It's just a matter of where we're going to go now. We can back out a little bit for a little bit better perspective. Even maybe one more time. Okay, that gives you a little bit better perspective now on the size of these bars. Big, 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 big. You know, they're big, right? This one, big. This one, good size. Not bad at all. So you see where we are? We're only half of what we can go, or a third of what we can go right now. So, you know, like I said, I saw it coming before it ever even happened. The last thing in the world you want to do is get out now. Like I said, they don't come around every day. But when they do, and you can see them, what you need to do is take advantage of them. See, it took me a long time to learn this stuff, you know. I didn't just learn this overnight. I learned this through trial and error, through many years. And seeing what my mistakes were and saying, why do I not, you know, how does it move this much and I didn't hit it? I mean, what did I do wrong? You know, I realized, well, you didn't go for it. You got out and took your profit instead of going for it. I say, okay, well, there'll be times when you go for it, then you don't get nothing. I mean, you know, or you should have gotten the 50 ticks or 100 ticks, but you didn't take it, and then it came all the way back to break even. I mean, certainly you can't allow that either, right? So, is there any way to better it, better your accuracy? Well, over time, I saw the pattern. Since this thing has a pattern to it, I saw the pattern to it and started to realize that I could see them happen before they happened. But so when I could see it would be the times that I would go for it. Now, sometimes I'd be wrong, of course, but when I was right, I hit them. Just make sure that I hit them. That's why you see me have a 300 tick exit on it right now. Because I know from experience that I can hit that. And so that's why. Anyway, I know it takes a lot of courage to go for it, especially when this thing will pull back like 50 ticks or something. It takes a lot to go for it. But, you know, that's why you can see if you listen to my calls, you can make a lot of money at this market. That's why a lot of people, so many people, pay me $300 a month for the charting service, because if nothing else, for my calls on the daily to tell which direction it's going to go. A lot of people use that for different things like options and stuff like that. Anyway, I am going to come back in a little bit and I'll keep showing you this trade. By the way, just to show you, this is what the 10-minute looks like. It's good for you to see it. The more you see it, the better, because guess what? I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but if you ever watch it as much as I do and have any kind of a memory like I have, you'll be able to see this again. You'll see the same exact scenario again. The same chart, same program, same thing. May not happen for 3 months from now, 6 months from now, or it might happen 2 weeks from now, or 1 week from now. It might happen next week, but it'll happen. And after a while, you can remember them. That's how I was able to see that one coming before it came. Now it's just a matter of, okay, will it go back now and just, you know, be choppy, make it maybe come all the way back and make a line like that up top, and even go red today, or will it make the big move up as I had called? That remains to be seen. But when you get into this trade, don't ever try to talk yourself out of it. You know, if you're going to go for it, go for it. When you're wrong, you're wrong. Don't lose on the trade once you're way ahead, obviously. And you can even take something from it. But don't get out early. because you need to let the trade go and for it to be successful. If you play too aggressive on the stop, like try to protect too much, it'll come back and get it a lot of the time. It'll come back about maybe halfway almost, and then go back up again. Keep going. So be careful of that. You gotta let them go. You won't always hit them, and when you don't, you'll really kick yourself. But they happen often enough to go for them. They do. And this one was easy to see for me. Anyway, I'll be back. Up 130 ticks here so far. Still got a long ways to go. Anyway, I will come back. This is one thing though that you have to be not only willing but also aware that it's gonna dip. It's gonna come down, and you have to be willing to hold through it, realizing that it's just gonna continue. It's just getting started. It may look like this really big break and everything like that, but if it's the trade that I think it is, it's just getting started. I mean, it's going to go up a lot more. It's going to go up at least twice as much. So it's got a long ways to go. It's only halfway there. So you certainly don't want to get out here if it's only gone up halfway so far, right? So you don't want to allow, but you see your money amount going down, you're thinking the money amount, and you want to get out, lock in the money. And certainly, most of the times you want to do that. Most of the times you do want to do that. But there are certain times when you don't. And this is one of those times where it's going to make an even bigger move up. And so, you don't want to miss it. Anyway, it's a gamble. You do have to know when to go for them. I've been doing this for a long time, so, kind of got pretty good at knowing when to go for them. Anyway, so this one looks really good. I'm going for it, and I'll come back. By the way, here's something that you could do. Watch the daily chart like I'm doing right now. You'll notice on days like this when it goes up really big, what'll happen is you'll always be sitting at the top of the daily chart, or top of the bar, on the daily, or it'll just be like a little tiny line like that, or maybe sometimes a little bit bigger of a line right there on the top. But it'll never really do anything more than that. It'll always be go climb back up to the top again, and it'll just keep doing that the whole time. That's another way you can tell that you're in a big trade. So it looks perfect for that. And it's looked perfect the whole time. So these are all clues, all signs that you can use to know whether or not you should stay in. And everything looks good. 10-minute dipping down, nice. Do you like this one dipped down? Then went back up. It's only done this, went up once, dipped once, came up again, now it's dipping twice. It's yet to go back up for a third time. Anyway, I'll come back. But again, you see how it's going down more and more? It makes you want to get out, right? You have to learn how to hold through that and ride it up even more. Looking at the daily, realizing you're only halfway there. Again, you're probably going to say, yeah, but I don't know when to go for it like that. That's true. Trying to think of more ways you could tell. Well, you could use the code 3. Code 3 gave long entry, got you in. Let me take a look. Unfortunately, I think it's died here. Let's take a look again. 10-minute chart. 10 minutes shows potential. It's 9:35 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Still has some time, I suppose. I was thinking that it would make a third move up here before now, but it could be doing it a little bit late. Let me just take a quick look here. It's You can't really tell by the code. I mean, it's really choppy. It's just going up and down a really tight range. If it breaks to the upside, it'll give some code 3 long entries. If it breaks to the downside, it'll give code 3 short entries. It's really late here for me, so I think I'm going to bail the trade. Let me see. Yeah, let's take a look at the 1 minute and then go back out a bit. You can see it right there, really good. How it's just going sideways really bad. It should have broken out before, by now. It may do it late, but I don't want to wait. Okay, I'm just going to jump out here. Alright, so just 100 ticks today. Unfortunately, I thought I could hit something bigger than that, but it just doesn't seem to want to do it today, or if it's going to do it, it's going to do it later than I want to wait. Because to me, it's already 12:38 a.m. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, what am I talking about? God, I'm so tired, I don't even know. It's, well, yeah, it is 12:38 a.m., right? 00, it's 38 minutes after the, it's the next day. Saturday to me already. So I don't want to wait for it, but it is running out of time, but I'd say it has another, the problem is it's Friday, it has like maybe another hour or so. If it doesn't move within that time, I wouldn't want to stay in it. In fact, it really should have already moved. It's probably just going to die out here. Even maybe come down. So, yeah, it doesn't look too good. Anyway, didn't want to go up that much, so, but let's take a look at the daily really quick, see what it's done. Let's assume it's going to pretty much end right where it is. It looks good. It looks good for next week to continue to move higher. So, we're in a breakout now. No need to worry about being in a range anymore. The more it moves, the more it's likely to move. We're looking good here. Ready to start using the codes on everything. They start opening up and start really working good. Anyway, I am going to get going. Hope all of you hit the trade today, and even though it wasn't that big, and but hope next week we can get some big trades going. And so anyway, have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Happy trading.